She has the Flyest kicks and an even bigger sneaker collection that had even had her featured in a book.
This is cool. Ashley Williams live in Sacramento meeting this local sneakerhead. Hi, Ash.
Hi, good morning. I got to tell you, the start of my morning, the best thing so far is hearing Cody use the word Flyest kicks around town.
Flyest
Cody,
kick.
thank
He
you
also
so much
said
for that.
dope.
Yes, that is going down in my book. The Flyest kicks. Take a look behind me. We're hanging out with Kia this morning. Kia is a Sacktown native who, as you can see, has all the cool kicks, including, John, you now know what off-whites are. There they are. We'll get to that in just a moment. But Kia, what's up, girl?
Hey, how are you guys doing? Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so from Sacramento, you love sneakers. So we're going to talk about the sneaker collection first, because then something really cool with Nike. But let's talk about why you love sneakers the way you do.
I think it's just nostalgic. I grew up in the 90s. I was able to witness Jordan's most memorable moments that are now like retro or things that you have to look up. And so when we were in school, it was the most important thing to get the drops. And they weren't as consistent as they are now. So if you grab something, then you waited a couple more months before the next drop even happened. So you were like the cool kid if you were able. So I think the momentum from that, it still goes on to this day.
You know what I love about you too and your collection and the sneakers that we're seeing? You will not spend over $500, which speaks volumes, because a lot of sneaker collectors will spend up to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So everything you are seeing, you worked hard to get really under $500.
Yes, yes. I try to keep a budget and try to be realistic. At the end of the day, they are just sneakers, you know, so as much as I love them, I don't want to break the bank trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah. Speaking of keeping up with the Joneses, I don't know if a lot of Joneses could actually say they were in a Nike campaign. Hey. You launched your Instagram, and Nike had been following you, paying attention to you, and they reached out to you to do what?
I was a part of a Air Max campaign called Bring the Future to Light, and what they do is highlight creators within the sneaker community, and they loved how I advocate for women, especially women of color, and also create my own lane, because I have a tendency, if I don't see it or if I don't like it, I make it. So they just were, I guess, impressed, which was great for me.
That's awesome. What was it like for you to be part of that campaign? If you just got done showing some photos, what was it like for you to be part of something so major?
That, honestly, just that kid in me that has been a Nike fanatic since the 80s, 90s, it was a dream come true. I think if it was like a Make-A-Wish thing, that would be the highlight.
No, this is great. So let's go back to the shoes really quick. So these are the ones, everyone, that I have always wanted, but guess who can't afford them? I can't. Well, maybe I could. I'm just not willing to pay the sticker price. But in talking with you, what would you say is the best advice you would give somebody who doesn't want to spend their whole entire bank account buying sneakers?
I would say check out all your local resellers first, and then maybe even eBay, because there you can negotiate your prices better and maybe bring them down, especially if something's been sitting for a while.
Okay.
So that would be my first advice. Second, politic. Go to your sneaker stores, go to your boutiques, and talk to the employees, shop with them, make relationships with them, and it's not a backdoor thing at all, but they will you will have a better chance at winning your sneakers.
That is what I like to say. News you could use. Okay, so I want to go back to the off-whites really quick. I think they just said I have about 30 more seconds. Can you explain to my lovely anchor, John, one more time what an off-white is? Because, John, I think we've explained this a couple of times, and I heard you say, I still don't really get it. Yeah. So go ahead, break it down.
I'm old, though.
So Virgil usually does a lot of deconstruction to the shoes, mainly taking a lot of the material out, and then he wants them to look worn, so he uses materials that are going to get dirty, which means that a lot of the layers in the shoes are made out of muslin, and once they get the dirt in, the dirt is at the bottom layer of the shoe versus the top, where it's harder to clean.
Well, why are they so expensive? Why do people love them so much?
I think it's just the concept of what he does that brings the demand. He has taken something so classic and made it look futuristic and different and innovative.
Got it. Okay, John, does that explain anything for you? Maybe a little bit?
I still don't get why it makes it more valuable to make them look dirty, but you know what? It's not for me to get. It is what it is.
Art is
Not for you to
subjective.
get. Not for you to get.
Yeah.
Hey, Kia, thank you so much. Coming up at the 10 o'clock hour.